And today we are talking about a very exciting topic, which is Maritime, Nautical Sciences and Engineering in Germany. This is the first time we have such kind of subject, which you will also notice in different points. So this is our guest, who I will be also introducing in a moment, also in terms of programs. Now, who is behind today's session? This is Maritime University, which is Germany's largest database of English taught study programs. Right now, you can see there are more than 3,400 study programs. This means that if you want to study in Germany fully or partially in English, you are welcome to use this study finder. Why? Because it has lots of useful filters that can be combined. These are not typical filters, for example, filtering by only a program or only by a city, but it has lots of things that you can combine. For example, a program that uses 𝘈𝘂𝘪𝘳 application or only without 𝘈𝘂𝘳 applications, a program that has English only option of program, or maybe you already have your IELTS TOEFL test and you are searching for specific programs that are accepting your score. Even more, you can then from the search filter that search or sort that search according to application deadline, program name, I don't know, also the city, etc. So there are lots of things that can be combined, and this we believe gives you a chance to really find your dream program, I believe, in a shorter period of time. You don't have to browse through all 3,000 ones. We also have articles that I will be sharing today, and articles are very importantly written by internationals. Therefore, we try to address those pain points that you might be searching in Google or I don't know, some other search engine, and we are trying to then bring this information for you in one article. Those articles are free of charge, and you are welcome to have a look, and I assure you they are worth your attention. And also to stay connected, we have webinars. Today we have a subject webinar, but we also have general webinars where my colleague Marie is talking about different topics, like for half an hour about how to apply via 𝘈𝘂𝘳𝘳, showcasing that on 𝘈𝘂𝘳𝘳 page. Then we talk about scholarships, in particular about 𝘗𝘪𝘵 scholarship. We also have webinar about visa, when we stress visa issues, and also a blocked account, which is frequently used by students, etc., etc. So you can see all the upcoming webinars on our page. You are welcome to register on subject or general webinars as you like. And of course, there's wonderful people who create Maritime University, and we are there for you to share our own experiences, how we studied and how we live in Germany. And this flex here also shows that we also speak different languages, which means that if you want to read articles in, I don't know, Italian or Russian or Georgian or Spanish, then you are welcome to check them out as well. Okay, now about Study Finder. If you right now go and check Maritime, Nautical Sciences and Engineering, you will say that, you are not talking correctly because there is no such a subject. Yeah, unfortunately, we do not have this subject because there are not so many degree programs, but we have marine engineering and some related subjects. So I have selected two. When you write marine, it will show you, and there are 9 degree programs in this field, like not exactly these subjects, but in the field. And then you have 3 bachelors and 6 masters. English only option is that the program does not require German. And for bachelors, there is only 1. For masters, all 6 do not require German. This is marine engineering as a showcase of a subject page, because we don't have this exact subject name, but you are welcome to check out this one. And then you'll see an overview what you can expect if you want to study this in Germany, about rankings, tuition fees, application admission, general requirements, and of course the list of universities offering those programs. One suggestion will be to take, when searching for a program, please take into account multiple things and don't be guided by single aspects like only city names, especially because Germany is much more than that. There are thousands of really great programs that are really unique, and you will hear it also today, that it's not about only rankings, and it should be a program that is suitable for you and vice versa. Really briefly about the university landscape of Germany, there are universities, technical universities, and universities of applied sciences. I can share the article about the historic differences between them, but what is usually important for students is that universities are more research and theory oriented, while universities of applied science are more application and practice oriented. Of course, there could be some exceptions on both sides. One more thing, when searching for programs, please avoid searching by program name, but because you not always can guess the program name, it's better to search by subject, and so that you don't mislead, you are not misled. Then you can also use this filter because it's easier to search for subject and then combine other filters. Okay, then this brings me to our special guest from Hochschule Emden-Leer, University of Applied Sciences, and 𝘱𝘢𝘪𝘥𝘷𝘦𝘳𝘴𝘪𝘈 will be talking about both bachelor and master's programs. So on bachelor's, we have Nautical Science and Maritime Transport, and then master's level Maritime Operations. Right now, you see an overview of only one of them, but if you check our webinar page, you can see both. And the university location is here, but I know that in slides you will have more interesting details about the programs in a moment. So yeah, feel free to take over.
Yeah, Nino, thank you very much for the kind introduction. I can also say a few words of greeting. Hello, my name is Clemens. I'm an instructor, a lecturer here at University of Applied Science, Emden-Leer, specifically in Leer, because Emden-Leer is a two-location university, and Leer here, a little bit further from Emden, about 40 kilometers, is where we have our Maritime campus. And in our Maritime campus, we have 3 courses of study, 3 study programs, and 2 of those we do offer in English, and I would like to present those to you. Okay, so what do I want to talk about? First of all, about the general arrangement of our University of Applied Sciences, where it is, some key data, the faculties which we do have available, and that our focus is quite heavily on internationality as it is part of our guiding philosophy. Further, I want to talk about maritime sciences as such. So what is the course of studies? What is the bachelor's program? What is Nautical Science and Marine Transport? What is the master's programs? What is maritime operations? And why it's worth coming here and studying maritime sciences in Germany, Leer. So first of all, Nino already presented where we roughly are. We are quite close to the North Sea. We are quite close to the German-Dutch border. And we have close connections to the Netherlands. There's a lot of programs going bilateral from Germany and Netherlands in the area. We have cities close by, such as Hamburg, Bremen, but on the other side, also Groningen and Amsterdam. And if we go a little bit further to the south, approximately the same distance as Hamburg, we have Düsseldorf, Cologne, and other big cities. Key data about our faculty. We have a total of 31 bachelor courses. We have 14 master courses. Seen on the whole University of Applied Science Emden-Leer. And overall, we have just shy of 4,000 students. So this indicates, as Nino showed, an average of 5,000 students for University of Applied Science, that we are relatively small University of Applied Science, but this is not necessarily a bad thing. I myself have studied here. some years ago before sailing on offshore tugs and then coming back as an instructor. So before that, I've studied in a very large university, and I very much appreciated the size of the university and the relationship between the students and the instructors, or the lecturers, professors. We have 3 campuses, one in Emden, which is the largest campus, and 2 campuses in 𝘸𝘓, the Maritime campus where we are, and another small business campus where it's possible to study whilst doing a job, so 50% studying and 50% working. The faculties we have is Maritime Sciences, the most important and best and most interesting one, of course. And also we have Social and Health Science, Technical Science, and Business Sciences. As indicated earlier, internationality is part of our guiding philosophy. We have set ourselves the goal of expanding international programs and cooperation. We are already engaged in numerous international cooperations, not only from faculty-wide, but also campus here in 𝘸𝘓, the Maritime campus in particular, is very much affiliated with international programs and cooperations. Some of them exist, some of them are still emerging. So there's a constant strive to really keep the internationality or the cooperation between ourselves and other faculties in Europe on a highest level. We want to experience an international culture. We have students here, not only from Europe, but also from far abroad, from Africa, from Far East, from South America, North America. Students from all over, and they are always welcome. We try to give them a comfortable situation here and are looking out that they get the best experience they can. So our campus here in particular is founded around the Maritime Sciences, about nautical education in particular. This can be seen from our simulator establishments. We have a big simulation center here, which is used both for training purposes, but also commercially. Big shipping companies come here to conduct their training. So we have very high-grade equipment, very interesting facilities. We have additional navigation laboratories. We have VR laboratories. We have a lot of technical equipment. And this is all based around the education of high-quality seafarers. And then we were able to expand it not only to the seafarers, but also to the maritime sector as a whole. And therefore, we are not a faculty of nautics, but we're a faculty of maritime sciences. Here in our Faculty of Maritime Sciences, we have 4 programs. We have a vocational school, which is a school for deck ratings. So they have learned the vocation of a deck rating before, and they want to achieve their COC, their certificate of competence, to be able to sail as a nautical officer. Then they can visit our vocational school without needing a entrance requirement, without meeting the entrance requirement for the university. We also have a Maritime Engineering and Management course, which is held same as the vocational school, only in German. But we do have 2 study programs which I want to present here. One is Nautical Science and Maritime Transport, which is bilingual, basically, because we start twice a year, one time in English and one time in German. Therefore, it says here in the slide, German or English. And we have the Maritime Operations, which is purely taught and lectured in English. So let me speak about nautical science and maritime transport. This is, of course, my home turf, because I've studied this many years ago myself, and I'm primarily engaged in lectures in this area. On the left-hand side, you can see our navigation laboratory, where we have 6 equipped bridges with the electronic chart display and information system, also a simulation behind that. So anything which we do in the large simulator, we can basically also do in our navigation laboratory. It just doesn't look as fancy as on the right-hand side, where you can see one of our full mission simulator bridges, where the immersion into the situation, of course, is much larger. What is the study course about? Well, our focus and the most important thing is, of course, that we train officers of the watch which are capable of navigating and maneuvering safely in any circumstance. Therefore, a big focus is put on simulator exercises and practical knowledge. Of course, it's not only that we have to maintain our ships in a safe condition at sea, but also in port during loading and unloading. Therefore, cargo handling stability is a big focus in our course of studies. Communication, seafaring is, of course, an international business. Therefore, we have communication as a key competence. Maritime law is needed. We are transporting goods all over the world. There is international laws which have to be respected and which have to be known, which have to be applied. Therefore, also law is one of the parts of this education, and also natural sciences. Being able to understand what is happening with the ship, what is happening with the weather, what are the circumstances. It is complex, but it is part of these studies, and we offer a Bachelor of Science. So, of course, natural sciences have to be involved, but I have to alleviate that. We do involve it, but it is still due to the fact that we're educating seagoing personnel. It is not only natural science. It is, as I said, a lot of communication, a lot of team building. It's cooperation. So it's a course of studies which is spread very wide, not focused solely on natural sciences, despite the degree saying natural sciences, but we have a very wide and very well-funded education to achieve the best starting point for a maritime career. Yeah, the Bachelor of Science is an international certificate. Further, you will also receive or be entitled to receive a certificate of competency. Initially, you will apply with the German authorities once you've completed the course of studies here for an officer of the watch certificate of competency, and then you need seagoing experience to acquire a captain's license. There will not be an additional exam to proceed through the ranks of first officer, chief officer, and captain, but purely seagoing time will be required, and then according certificates will be issued for you. The course of studies lasts 8 semesters, where of those 8, 6 are theoretical semesters and 2 of those are practical semesters, working on ships, working at sea, to really have a well-funded understanding of what is happening and not only of having theoretical knowledge. As indicated earlier, we are starting twice a year with our course of studies. In September, we are starting in German, and in March, we're starting in English. This is proceeded throughout the course of studies, so the courses will always be offered vice versa, German and English. Prerequisites are university entrance qualifications. So you need to have a degree or a school degree which enables you to study at university. And a second prerequisite is a medical certificate for seagoing service. This is essential because the 2 practical semesters you will be working and training at sea can only be done if you have a medical certificate for sea service. If you're a regular healthy person, this will not be an issue. There are some limitations, however. Color blindness is a big limitation. At sea, we're distinguishing the ship's side by color, red and green. If you have color blindness, it will be a deal breaker for the medical certificate. Other than that, there are not many restrictions. As long as you can move freely and see well, you will be able. Also, sorry, see well is an exaggeration. Also, with glasses, it is possible to get that medical certificate. And, which is what is important, you can get that medical certificate anywhere in the world. It doesn't need to be issued by a German doctor. It just needs to comply with the rules and regulations that apply in the seafaring business. Professional opportunities. What can you do with this wonderful course of studies in nautical science and maritime transport? Well, the primary goal, of course, is to work as a deck officer, eventually as a master on any sort of vessel. This can be a freighter, this can be cruise liners, this can be research ships, it can be yachts as well. So it basically, the certificate you acquire here will entitle you to work as an officer of the watch on any size vessel. Further, there are also plenty of opportunities to work ashore. The secondary market is huge for seagoing personnel. This starts with shipping companies looking for persons who have trained and sailed to be a mariner. This works for pilots, which take vessels in and out of ports. Authorities, logistics centers, border control, harbor masters. Everybody's looking for experienced mariners. We have currently a huge lack of, especially in Germany, but all over Europe, especially Northern Europe, we have a huge lack of personnel with seagoing experience. So there is a big demand for persons who have completed this course of studies, gathered some seagoing time, and then a lot of doors ashore are open for you to go through. But carrying on, the application of for nautical sciences and maritime transport. If you are not from Europe, if you have a foreign certificate of qualification, you have to apply via Uni Assist. Nino already mentioned that there are webinars regarding the application at Uni Assist as well. So you're in good hands there, and many people have successfully managed to apply via Uni Assist. It's a good platform, and you will be surely be able to apply there. The application deadline is 15th of March. However, I urge everybody who's interested to start their application procedure well in advance. The application procedure might take some time, and 15th of March is already after the start of the semester. So the start of the semester is usually 1st of March. So having an application in early is very much recommended. 15th of March is just the very latest date. You can still apply and still attend, but make sure you apply much, much earlier. If you are from a non-European country, you need a residence permit for the studies in Germany. For detailed questions about this and about the application procedure, please check with our student counseling service or with My German University. They will be able to assist with these questions. The second course of studies, well, the second international course of studies is our Master in Maritime Operations. I can say this the second time I've completed this course of studies myself. I was very much enjoying it, and I think it's a great course of studies. It's a joint master degree, so it's a joint master with the Western University of Norway, also a University of Applied Sciences. They are residented in the west of Norway, as the name indicates, between Bergen and Stavanger. And also there is a lot of offshore industry in the area there. So it's a very interesting university there as well. The first semester will be in Norway, will be in Haugesund. That's the city where the Maritime campus of the University Western Norway is situated. The second semester will then be in Germany. So you will see both faculties, and then you can make a choice, an educated decision, whether you want to continue studying in Norway or in Germany. We offer two profiles, and it's up to you to choose whatever is of more interest to you, because we have a bit of a different focus when we go into the specialization in the third semester. And then, of course, through that specialization, you will find the opportunity to choose a master thesis, which will be heavily focused onto that profile which you've chosen. Here, the degree is obviously a Master of Science. The period is 4 semesters of regular studies, no practical semester required, only theoretical semesters. We always start in the winter semester, so September, and the language is purely in English. Prerequisites are a university entrance qualification and a bachelor's degree, either in engineering, naval architecture, nautical sciences, basically anything related to natural sciences and maritime business. So we've also had plenty of applications from automotive industry. They've just had a bachelor in engineering, but it was still okay to accept them. And we're giving you the opportunity to, even if you do not know too much about the maritime sector, you should know some of the maritime sector to get really profound knowledge, to be specialized and a later professional in the maritime sector. The course of studies is situated, as I said, in 4 semesters, and we only have a limited time each semester for studies. So in the first semester in Norway, it's only 3 weeks of study courses. So there's the opportunity to stay in Norway for the full semester, or just to visit Norway for the 3 weeks. A residence permit is still needed, however. So it's not possible to attend only with a tourist visa and just to come in those 3 weeks. But theoretically, it enables also seagoing personnel to still complete this course of studies, since there's only a limited amount of weeks each semester which require your presence. In the second semester, it's 5 weeks of studies here in Germany. Each is a single week and spread out through the semester. And you see that these two initial semesters, they are quite broad. They're there to bring everybody to a professional level, to be talking about maritime aspects and have a good understanding of the maritime industry. The third semester is then a specialization either in sustainable maritime operations, which is indicated in the bottom, which is the specialization here in Germany, or maritime technology and management, which is situated in Norway. Both of them are very fine programs. We have a lot of interesting things, interesting research going on here with supporting propulsion with sails and other technological advancements. So there's a lot in sustainability, in green shipping happening here professionally, research-wise, and students can then be included in these projects. And in Norway, there's a lot of involvement in maritime and also subsea technology going on, and this is a heavy focus for Norway. In the fourth semester, then, you will be able to write your master thesis. No courses besides that, just purely focus on your master thesis. Usually in the third semester, you try to find a professor with whom you would like to write this master thesis, and you can agree on a topic which is then of interest to you. Professional opportunities, again, working in a shipping company is an obvious one, both for nautical sciences and master in maritime operations, but also you can work as project engineers in the offshore industry, be it oil and gas or wind offshore. Both of them are well possible because you have a good foundation also in offshore structures and how they react in the maritime environment. You can work as a consultant with regards to environmental questions, especially if you've taken the green shipping route. You can be technical advisors for the erection and maintenance of maritime structures. You can do engineering for developing sustainable maritime concepts, and you will surely be qualified to call yourself a research expert, because both in Norway and here and there, we have a lot of research projects going on, which you can be actively involved in. For the application process in the Master in Maritime Operations, all applicants have to apply via Western Norway University, because the first semester will be there. Thus, this is the primary point of application. Deadline for non-EU applicants is December 1st. So if you're interested in that, I recommend that you get started very soon, because also here you can expect delays. This is very different to our deadline with the nautical sciences, because nautical sciences, the deadline lasts well into the semester, and with the Master in Maritime Operations, it's way before the start of the semester. So if you decide to do that, I very much suggest here, again, to get an early start and not wait until the last day of the deadline. EU applicants can apply until the mid of April. So you see that there is a lot of discrepancy here, and this is just to do with the necessity to possibly check the documentation of non-EU applicants versus the relatively easy process of checking EU certificates, as we have a joint system here. For detailed questions, you can please check the homepage of Western Norway University, as indicated here below. Both, again, will be published together with the webinar recording of today. Yeah, those are the two programs that we offer. And I already indicated a few points why I think it's worth studying here at the Maritime campus in Lerøy. We really have the strong focus on international cooperation, both with our students, but also in our employees. We have a multinational and multicultural team here. We really try to make everybody feel at home. We have courses with professional perspective, with very good perspectives. The graduates here are being sought after, and I think so far everybody has immediately found a job after completing their studies. So it's so far we've received only positive feedback also from the industry regarding our graduates. So professional perspective is definitely there. We're teaching very practice oriented. We're teaching in the nautical sciences with a lot of simulation, a lot of practical experiences, but also in the masters, we have a big, newly built in 2020 completed maritime technical facility with not only a wind turbine there, but big tanks for testing ships and models. So we have a lot of technical equipment here, which is used both for research, both for professional training and education. We have research projects, state-of-the-art facilities, and as indicated in the very beginning, it is not a campus, it is not a faculty, where you are a number in the crowd. You're a person here. Within a short time, you will know most of the lecturers. You will get to know your semester. You will be in good hands. You will feel like it's a sort of friendly, familiar atmosphere, and everybody tries their best really to be a big family here. We have a large network also with industry partners, with professional partners, both from the simulator side. We are cooperating with a lot of shipping companies, and on the research side, we're cooperating with authorities, with industry, with leading technology experts. Further, we have a small bar in our cellar, which is run and visited by students. We have a lot of sports activities here. We have running events. So we have a lot of community activities. I've talked a lot. I hope I've managed to raise your interest. I'm happy that so many of you stayed to watch, and I will be happy to answer and to hopefully successfully answer any questions you have, and would very much enjoy seeing new faces here at our Faculty of Applied Sciences.
Thank you very much from my side as well, and from attendees side. I see there are quite questions. I tried to answer some on your behalf, but I will still double check them with you because I don't want to mislead people who want to apply. All right, thank you very much. First question about the bachelor's programs at 𝘗𝑚 is how much of the program involves hands-on training on ships or simulators? When do students begin to gain practical experience at sea? And before you start answering, I just forgot to mention, dear attendees, that all the application documents, contact person details, and the like additional information, like for example the University from Norway application portal, and all of those links are already in chat. You don't have to wait until Monday. If you want to start application right now, you can go ahead and check that. And yeah, now just let's go with the questions. In case you want, I can read it out once again.
No, that's fine. The practical part is an essential part of the education here. It's 2 semesters overall, which are required. So actually 6 months each semester. It's 12 months total of sea service you require in order to be eligible to actually complete the course of studies. So you cannot complete the course of studies without these practical experiences. However, how you decide to put them, or how you decide to schedule them is a little bit up to you. There's the option to actually put all 12 months of practical training before you start at the faculty. However, you should be enrolled already for us to easily recognize that seagoing time. And there's also a training record book. So you have to maintain a record of your training in order for us to accept that you have received all necessary training on board. If you do it by the book, we would have planned the 2nd semester and the 7th semester of our course of studies to be the practical semesters. But as I said, it's basically up to you when you decide to do them. Just you have to be aware that we're switching from German to English all the time. So if you do not do them according to the course of studies, you might have to check which courses you can attend without having completed your 1st or your 2nd practical semester on board. The second question was regarding the simulator training. Starting from the 4th semester, we do radar training in our full mission simulator. And then basically each semester we will have at least one subject, which is primarily in the simulator, but also we visit the simulators and the navigation laboratory in other subjects again and again. So already in the 1st semester, you will have your first points of contact with the navigation laboratory, with the navigational equipment of ships. and this will last throughout your studies, but of course increase towards the end of your studies.
Okay, thank you very much for this comprehensive answer. Then the second question is about the certificate. So does the bachelor course prepare students for international and maritime certification, such as standards of training, certification, and watchkeeping? And I think you also mentioned this abbreviation. I will follow up after your answer because we had a question about that.
Yeah, okay. The standards for training certification watchkeeping, STCW convention, is a regulation worldwide on standardizing the maritime training. When you finish your course of studies here, you will receive your bachelor's degree and you will receive a certificate enabling you to apply with the National Hydrographic Office, and they are issuing the STCW certificate. So yes, you will automatically, as soon as you finish the bachelor's degree, be enabled to apply for your COC, for your certificate of competency as an officer of the watch.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. And there was a question which I answered on your behalf. Miss, is this STCW certificate essential for apply UniAssist, or after offer letter came, can I apply? And I said that it's different things, that you need just health certificate, as you, I think, mentioned that you don't have the seasickness and stuff, or I did. So I just promise that I will double check how it is with you.
In order for us to process your application, you're applying via UniAssist, but in your final documents, which is being sent to us, the medical fitness needs to be included. It needs to be compliant to the STCW, and we need to have a medical certificate. Otherwise, we cannot enroll you, because basically it would be ill-advised of us for you to say, yes, you can come here and study nautical sciences, but then later you find out that you cannot get your medical certificate, which would then mean that the time you've spent was wasted, because you cannot proceed along that path. Therefore, and because the seagoing time is a requisite to actually finish the course of studies, it is an entrance requirement to have the medical certificate.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. So yeah, I assumed correctly, you need to have it during your application for UniAssist. You cannot submit it later. The next question, what are the common career paths, which you already mentioned for both programs? And then there is a concrete part. Can this degree lead to both seafaring and shore-based roles?
Yes, for sure. So we have the two programs. Nautical Sciences primarily prepares you for a seagoing experience or a seagoing career. However, there are students which just sail their 12 months as a cadet, do their practical experience, which is required to finish the course of studies, and then never sail again, instead working ashore in the mentioned areas, insurance companies, authorities, shipping companies, etc. I have to, however, mention that if you additionally gain some seagoing experience, I'm talking about not just sailing for 2 months or something, but actually gathering a few years of seagoing experience, then your status and your possibilities ashore will be much higher. So you will have a lot more to choose from. But theoretically, yes, you can already start with nautical sciences, having completed that course of studies, and you will surely find a position here ashore as well. And yes, maritime sciences, maritime operations enables you to work ashore as well. So the initial thought was, let's create a course of studies which can be a master's program which can be done by seafaring personnel. But of course, we went further and said, okay, no, we want to make a program for anybody who's really interested in the maritime sector, but also for maritime personnel. And therefore, you can study Master of Maritime Operations immediately after completing your bachelor's, but the Master of Maritime Operations will not give you any STCW certification.
Okay, thank you so much. Just to finalize this topic with the health certificate, you mentioned it should not be necessarily from German doctor, right? It can be done at home.
As long as it is a STCW conformant paper, and it will mention that on the letter. And basically, if you go to the next port and you ask for how can I get my medical fitness certificate, they will know what you're talking about. That will be acceptable.
Great, thank you. There is a question for the master's program. You mentioned the prerequisites that you need to have a bachelor in mechanical engineering, for example, or something related. But there is a specific question. I don't know if you want to answer it or direct to the info email, but I will read it out now. I would like to know if I can apply and get admission with bachelor's in mathematics with a minor in physics and postgraduate diploma in meteorology and hydrology.
I don't think that would be an issue. If there is at least some affiliation to the maritime world, and with meteorology, that sounds like it is a given. I don't think that will be an issue. But for a definitive answer and for application, of course, you need to go through the process to get a final yes or no.
For sure. I will just share the link. Yeah, here we go. The next question is with somebody with mechanical engineering background. Hello, as I have mechanical engineering background, 210 ECTS. My question is, how does your program incorporate mechanical engineering principles, especially in the context of maritime operations, such as propulsion system, machinery maintenance, or vessel design? Master's program.
Yeah. So, of course, in our master's program, since we have a relative wide selection of students, there are some students who fare much easier in some subjects than others. So if you have a background in mechanical engineering, you will quite easily be able to complete courses like maritime propulsion and engineering. You will be much more affiliated with calculations such as stability. Will be a lot easier for you. If you come from the nautical side, such things as human technology, HTO, I think it was the description, human technology operation, will be much easier for you. So there is not you cannot say that I've had mechanical engineering, therefore I can do everything and everything will be easy. And you cannot say I'm a nautical officer and therefore everything will be easy. It's a let's say a potpourri of different things. And as the maritime industry is very diverse, also the course of study is quite diverse.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. About the background, the follow-up came. What about the person with physics or electronics background? So as soon as you have some connection, then with maritime, so you need to have at least.
I don't see an issue with attempting the application. Of course, final decision is not from my desk.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's take two more questions and then I guess we can call it a day. For maritime operations, can I tailor my research or coursework to align with areas of interest such as sustainable shipping or autonomous vessel operations? And are there ongoing projects related to maritime sustainability, risk management, or international regulations?
there are a lot of projects going on here with sustainability. Yes, that is a definite yes. We have a research activity which is called Green Shipping. So it's a research fund which then supports different projects, and we have here a big focus on implementing technology which is not brand new, but implementing it in a new way. For example, there is such a thing as the Flettner rotor, which is basically a steel tube which turns, and it is used as a sail propulsion. This is being fitted on very new ships. We've been dealing and researching this for many years, implementing it in many different ways, and still new projects are starting all the time. So yes, we have a very big focus here on the sustainability. So this is also why it is the profile of choice of the master's degree here and there. Sorry, Neil, could you go again with the autonomous ships question?
Yeah, can I tailor my research or coursework to align with areas of interest such as sustainable shipping or autonomous vessel operations?
Definitely. You can definitely do that. Either in the nautical sciences, we are a little bit bound to what is going on throughout the studies. But in the bachelor thesis, you can pick any topic of interest. In the masters, there is only very few subjects which actually have an examination. Instead, most of them are designed as portfolios. So you have to do your own work. You have to hand in papers. You have to hand in propositions. And there you can follow your line of interest, and you can focus on topics you're looking for. So there's a big opportunity to focus on autonomous shipping, on sustainability, on zero emissions, all the hot topics of the maritime world.
Thank you so much. And finally, very short and also important question for somebody is how many students do you usually have in the course?
In the nautical sciences, if we start with the German semester, since we're in Germany, of course, the semester is a little bit larger. So we just started with 28 new students. If we start with the English semester, so far it was a range from 8 to 10 students with an increase in numbers. It's now the third time we're starting in English, so we're still looking to expand the numbers there. In the master's course, I cannot give you definitive numbers, but if I recall correctly, it was 30 plus minus 10. More plus 10 than minus 10. Actually, in the masters, we've hit a few times the limit that we cannot accept more people. In nautical sciences, so far we have not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, usually because sometimes students need to do a Studienkolleg or a university year at home. So that's why for bachelors it could be a bit more, yeah, not difficult, but could take some more time. I'm also surprised that there are more people for the Q&A part. So you joined on the very interaction. Great. So everybody who joined later, I hope you can still see everything that is in chat. If not, then please wait until Monday that I will be sharing a follow-up email. Yeah, this was a great webinar. Thank you very much, dear attendees. Thank you very much, Clemens, for the presentation and taking so many questions. We covered 21 questions, which is great. And I then hope you have your best of luck with your applications, or I wish you best of luck with your applications. And as already advised, don't wait until the very end. Try to start collecting your documents already today, as you are on the mood of applying now. All right, then have a nice rest of the day, everybody, and see you in our future webinars. Bye.